I get this question all of the time. How much does Airbnb take from the host? Like, how do they make their money? How much are they taking? What is their cut? Well, we're going to talk about it on this episode. Stay tuned. Airbnb is the #1 home sharing platform out there. They have millions of guests, and so they are taking a cut of all of your money. And I want to talk to you about what that cut is and why it matters to you. Trust me, I was completely shocked when I found out how much they were taking and what they do with the money. And so I'm going to give you the 3 things that you need to know about what and how Airbnb gets paid. I'm going to explain to you exactly how they get paid, exactly where they get their money from, and what they do with it and how it affects you. I'm going to give you the exact percentage that Airbnb takes from its hosts and give you that information and let you know where you can find it. I'm going to tell you exactly how they get the money from you when they take it. And I'm going to give you some secret ways where you can get money that they don't get a cut of. Airbnb is the #1 platform where you can list your properties for free and they will take their cut from the money that they get when people book your properties. So it's an amazing way for people to start investing in real estate, have properties with a low barrier to entry. Essentially, you start your account, you set it up, you list your property for free, and in a matter of minutes, you have a property on Airbnb's website that people are searching for and people can book instantly in some cases. Again, you get to decide if people book instantly or if they have to ask you. So let's talk about how Airbnb makes their money. So like I said, it's completely free for you as a person with a property to list their property on Airbnb. So the question that I get all the time that everyone needs to know is, well then how does Airbnb get paid? Well, the answer is super simple, which is why they are the #1 platform. They simply take their cut, which is just 3% from the amount of your booking. So just using a round example, if it was $1,000, they're taking $30. Simple. Not a lot of money, $30 if it was $1,000. That's their service fee. And the great thing about it is they deduct it from the guest that books. So they paid the $1,000, not you, to book your property. Airbnb takes their cut. They also take, depends on where you are, the fees and the taxes for the county or the city that you're in, because some places, you know, laws, they have fees, they have taxes that need to be paid. And so the great thing about it is Airbnb handles that for you. So you don't even have to worry. They know the laws, they know what the taxes are, and they automatically have it built in their system where it comes out of your money and you just get the rest. So Airbnb charges fees. That is how they make their money. They charge what's called a service fee. If you look on the Airbnb platform, there will be the nightly rate that people are charged, and then they will have what's called a service fee. There's lots of other fees that you can charge. You can charge for extra guests, you can charge for pets, you can charge for extra nights, you can charge for early check-ins, late check-ins. You name it, you can charge for it if it's something that people need. And if it's something that is usually charged for at a hotel. So if they need extra beds, air mattresses, things like that, you may provide some of those things for free or complimentary. But things that they would typically pay for at a hotel, then you could also charge for as well. So that's how they get their fees. And anything that you charge the guests, Airbnb will go ahead and they will take a portion of, and they will just take that directly from the money paid from the guests, and then they give you the difference. Now, there are 2 ways that you can be paid through Airbnb. They have what's called your payout. That is how you receive your money. You can have your money directly deposited into your bank account, or you can hook it up to PayPal. Now, I'm gonna give you a secret. I think that you should hook it up to PayPal, and I'm gonna give you 2 real good reasons why you should do that. One, because I said Airbnb is charging a fee. They're charging their service fees. That's how they make their money. But they connect it with PayPal, and then they'll put your portion after they deduct their fees directly into your PayPal or your bank account. But why I'm gonna tell you to use PayPal is because those transactions are counted as sales through PayPal. PayPal, if you're not familiar, I'm not going to give you this whole long thing. They're what's called a merchant processing company. So people pay with their credit card, they process it, they give you your money, they charge a fee, just like Airbnb. So we have all of these websites that offer a service and they charge a fee. But let's talk about what's in it for you, because that's what's important, right? What is in it for you? Well, with Airbnb, they're taking their fee. What's in it for you is they have insurance, okay? So someone comes to your home, they destroy the house, they burn it to the ground. Luckily, Airbnb has insurance. You can literally file a claim with Airbnb. You don't have to contact your own personal insurance company. So this is a great benefit for homeowners that want to list their properties on Airbnb. And this is why entrepreneurs like me love Airbnb. So let's talk about what's in it for you by putting your money into PayPal, okay? PayPal charges you a fee, so they're gonna take their cut, not when the money is deposited, okay? So when the money is deposited from Airbnb, PayPal is not gonna take any money. However, if you do other transactions with PayPal, they will charge a fee. But the benefit, what's in it for you? PayPal has money to lend small businesses, okay? This is a secret that not a lot of people are talking about, something I probably could make an entire video on. But when you have that money deposited from Airbnb directly to PayPal, PayPal is going to see that money going in there, and in like 3 months, they're going to start offering you business loans, not just personal loans in your name, literally business loans. So if you set up your PayPal correctly, in your business's name, you have sales coming from Airbnb, and now PayPal is going to reward you and offer you money for your business so you can grow your business and do what? Get more properties, okay? So this is how we scale this business. This is how we start to grow our businesses really quickly and start making a lot of money. And this is how we use Airbnb combined with PayPal to do it. And then here is the best thing about Airbnb. Like I said, they take 3% of the nightly rate. So your nightly rate's $100. Just be prepared, you're giving them $3. You get it. But there's extra fees that you can charge. Like I said, you're gonna charge for cleaning, you're gonna charge for extra guests, you're gonna charge for late check-ins, early check-ins, pets, whatever, you name it, you can charge for it in your business. If people have a demand for it and they want it, you should charge for it and offer it to them. And the great thing about it is Airbnb does not take a portion of that money. However, you should run that money through Airbnb. They have a button on all of your listings where you can request money, okay? So I'll give you an example because this just happened to me the other day. I had someone book one of my properties and they asked if they could check in early. I usually don't like early check-ins because I usually stay very booked and I have someone checking out, at 10 a.m. and I have somebody checking in at 3 p.m. So we got to get those properties cleaned and ready to go. But this was a great occasion when I didn't have someone checking right in. So when one of the guests asked me if they could check in early, I was like, sure, but it's a $20 fee. They were happy to pay it. All I had to do was go into the Airbnb platform, type in request money, $20, put what the money was for, and send it right over to the person, and they paid it. Now again, I do this with pet fees, I do this with early check-ins, late check-ins, whatever. You request the money directly through directly through Airbnb. They pay the money through Airbnb so that they can trust it. It's not you calling someone, asking them for extra money or anything like that. You do everything through the Airbnb platform, and the great thing about it is that's your money. So this is the bonus. This is how you get extra money without having to pay any fees. And again, at the time of this recording, they're not charging fees. I can't tell you what they're going to do in the future, but this is what you want to do so that you can make extra money on your Airbnbs. And this is the secret. That extra money is yours. Okay, guys, so I think you got exactly how Airbnb gets money, how they take their money from their hosts, and how much money that they charge. Hopefully this video helps you out so much. I love helping. Please, please, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Take a moment and like this video. If you have any comments, I read all of them. Please write them below, especially if this is your year. I feel like 2020 is the year for Airbnb. If this is your year, comment that below. I read all of them, and I'll see you next time.